Well, I'm going to read the first line of it. Basically, it's talking about this GMO corn, genetically modified corn. It says a new generation. You got that scripture about the food? A new generation of insect larvae is eating the roots of genetically engineered corn intended to be resistant to such pests because they're doing all this gene splicing. You know the scripture where it says, don't sow diverse seeds. Yeah, it's probably. I'll look for it if you don't know. A new generation of insect larvae is eating the roots of genetically engineered corn intended to be resistant to such pests because they're doing all this gene splicing, which is not biblical, you know, to gene splice. As the Lord said, don't sow diverse seeds. And that's what they're doing to the food, sowing diverse seeds with the food. That's what genetically engineered shit is. The failure of Monsanto's genetically modified BT corn could be the most serious threat ever to genetically modified crop in the U.S. The economic impact could be huge. Billions of dollars are at stake as BT corn accounts for 65% of all corn grown in the U.S. 65% of all corn is genetically modified. So, pretty much all the corn is infected. All the corn is genetically modified, pretty much. If it's 65%, you know they cooking those numbers.
And they add them together too, so kernels are mixed up.
Right, and they add different corn together, genetically modified corn with the regular corn. So basically all corn is modified now. Meaning that this stuff, you know, this genetically modified corn will sit in your belly and attract worms.
And corn syrup too, not just high fructose, but corn syrup, anything with corn, even taco shells, tortilla chips, all of that stuff.
This is Ezekiel chapter 4 verse 11. Thou shalt drink also water by measure, the 6th part of an hin. For time to time shalt thou drink. Thou shalt eat it as barley cakes, and thou shalt bake it with dung that cometh out of man in their sight. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them.
Basically, we eating shit to live is what the scriptures is saying. On 2 levels. Because they already putting, pink slime. They already putting pink slime in the hamburger meat, which is basically the waste products of cows mixed in with hamburger meat. So that's dung. Then they already putting dung in chocolate. So that's dung. Now if you eating corn, it attracts insect larvae. So that's even more dung. Another paragraph of the article says, but even though a scientific advisory panel warned the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, that the threat of insects developing resistance was high, Monsanto argues that the steps necessary to prevent such occurrence, which would have entailed less of the corn being planted, were an unnecessary precaution, and the EPA naively agreed. Unnecessary precaution. So that's how they feel about it. So hey, your government agencies agree with Monsanto or Franken Foods.
And tell them that exactly.
Right. To basically they saying that it's okay for them to gene splice your corn, even if it do got a negative effect. It's not nothing you need to worry about.
But what they do over there, what is that, Finland or Dutch or they went over there and they burnt them damn crops up. Monsanto's
they burnt up the Monsanto crops because they didn't want that genetically modified stuff. Which is understandable. You shouldn't want that.
Hell no.
But now you know, and this is for the brotherhood mainly. Now we know you stop eating corn.
Yeah.
You know, because that corn is really bad for you now. Because all of it is genetically modified.
And if you're gonna eat, like for y'all brothers that like to eat tacos and things of that nature, you might want to start switching to flour tortillas or wheat.
High fructose corn syrup. Right.
Exactly. They got corn and they got corn syrup and damn near everything, because that's an alternative, you know. That shit is wicked as hell, man.
This is Deuteronomy 22:9. Thou shalt not sow thy vineyard with diverse seeds, lest the fruit of thy seed which thou hast sown and the fruit of thy vineyard be defiled.
There you go. The fruit of the seed which is sown is defiled. Now corn is defiled because they sowed diverse seed into it, trying to make it insect resistant. Now it attracts it. And that's another blow to you pork eaters out there, which already got worms in.
Yeah.
So now, you know, you eating pork, you eating corn and pork, the worms out of the pork is gonna feed off the genetically modified corn and stay in your body.
Body get bigger.
Right, not to mention the mouse pig, which we reported on sometime last year. So
on and go. Hey, you probably gonna have to read a little bit louder, because them stupid motherfuckers over there singing that bullshit. That background noise is a motherfucker.
So now you know the Lord already warned against it, but us knowing America and knowing Esau, the Edomite, he does everything contrary to what the scriptures say. And this is just another thing.
Like two facts.
Yeah, they do look like bad. These are
Pan around so you can see these and they're comfortable in their kingdom. You can see this wickedness that partakes in this evil ass place.
this sign right here. Really?
I don't know, there's a lot of business on the I know, when I was working in the Black Hills, they used to do like the side.
Oh, yeah? Well, basically, the 12 tribes is talking about anybody of Negro, and then we can Deuteronomy the 28th chapter. I mean, this is for the camera's edification's sake, so we're going to explain it. Anybody of Negro, Latino descent are the true children of Israel according to Bible. The proof is in the Bible, and the proof is also in history. He's going to read it for you.
This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 16. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now, there's no historical record of the children of Israel going back into Egypt in the biblical days. So Egypt is not talking about the land Egypt, but yet it's talking about bondage according to Exodus the 20th chapter. Because he said he would bring the children of Egypt, the children of Israel out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So that's what it's talking about in that scripture.
Because the biblical name of Egypt is actually Mizraim.
Right. So they never went back to Mizraim. Go ahead, Al.
By the way, whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Now, the children of Israel, now they went to slavery, but they went in ships, which there's only one nation that went into slavery by ships. And he said, thou shalt see it no more again, meaning they were going to see their land no more again. Go ahead.
And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Meaning no man was going to save us. And no man did save us out of this captivity. So that's why we're still here. That's why we're, according to the curses in the Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, we were still here. We're going to be on the bottom, and no man was going to save us out of this captivity. And it's not just that, we also was cursed to discontinue from our heritage, not knowing who we are. You got it?
That's interesting.
Jeremiah 17 and 4.
Everybody got mercy, right?
Huh? No, not everybody got mercy.
Jesus loves everybody, doesn't he?
Well, we'll get that in a second. Read that, and then we'll get that.
Wait, and I know the first thing you're going to bring up, you know about...
Bondage is a bitch, I agree.
Yeah, first thing I know you're probably going to bring up is John 3:16, right? Because I know everybody's familiar with that. Alright, we got that. That's Isaiah 45 and 20. 45 and 25.
First we're going to read
and 17
this for the edification of the camera, and then we'll get that. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 17 and 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
Now, how do you discontinue from your heritage? You forget who you are, and you forget who your God is.
Yeah, you should be listening to this, man. We out here for you, man.
Right. We out here for you.
What about the
Yeah.
children that are like mixed? What if they're?
There's no such
they-
thing. There's no such thing as mixed.
go.
You are what
Such
your
thing?
you are what your father is.
So you're black.
What
In
about
other
the
words-
Jewish?
Oh, wait.
Where it says that the Jewish heritage.
You said your son is
from the
black?
woman. Yeah. The mother.
Oh, that's a blessing.
No, it
All
don't.
right, well, hey.
It don't say that in the Bible.
Hey,
anywhere.
he in there
So
then. That's what's
we're
up.
Jewish. So what is that?
Jewish.
Not by faith, but by blood. So what does that mean?
If you're Jewish by blood, then you actually from the tribe of Judah, which are the so-called Negroes today.
Wait, hold on, because it says Jewish though.
Right,
All this
right.
time,
Jewish.
like, nobody
Now,
likes me.
Jewish,
That's fucking weird. Like,
Jewish. The people that's over there in Israel right now, they're not the real Jews. The real Jews. The word Jew, first and foremost, comes from Judah, which is one of the children of Israel, which I know known as the so-called Negroes today. You can get that in
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 14:2.
A lot of bread up in that piece.
This is Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground.
Now that's one thing that goes into the color of who the Jews are. In Genesis the 49th chapter and Deuteronomy the 32nd chapter, it goes into the things that Judah would be going through in the last days. I think it's Genesis
49.
49 and is it 12? I believe it's 12. That goes. Go ahead. You got it. But basically, that goes into who the real Jews are. The real Jews, as a matter of fact, when we read Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, it said, you shall see your land no more again. Thou shalt see it no more again. So that right there proves that the ones that's in the land of Israel are not the real Jews. Why? Because they're in that land. The Lord said you was going to see your land no more again. And no man was going to buy you or save you out of that captivity. We still over here. So